guys, Asher coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends with another champion guide for you guys. This time we have 30-day login champion, epic champion, High Khatun, Spirit Affinity Barbarian. A few shout-outs to you guys, a lot of requests for High Khatun. We have HS Warrior 87, Venom G. We've got HS Warrior asking again. We got Muhammad Ryatul looking for a High Khatun. Excuse me. We got Sinister Llama looking in there. We got Sigma and about 3 dozen more here of you guys putting in your request for High Khatun. A very, very good starter champion that can definitely run you well into, the mid game and even into the end game a bit of Raid Shadow Legends. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about her and why we love her so much. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so who is High Khatun? Again, she is a 30-day login, so everybody's going to get her on day 30. Here she is aesthetically. She looks pretty dang cool, man. She got the armor. She definitely fits the barbarian motif. As I mentioned, she's a support epic Spirit Affinity, okay? She's all about the speed. Her base stats are pretty good. Notably, her defense is not bad at all at almost 1,200. 104 speed is pretty good too, and she's all about the speed. She's got a decreased speed on the A1. Attack one enemy, has a 35 or make it 40% chance to land that decreased speed for 2 turns on that A1 ability. We definitely want to pick up the Sniper Mastery for High Khatun. More on the Masteries in just a moment. Rally the Horde, though, on her A2 abilities, a turn meter filled by 15% in the big version of increased speed on all allies. So it's like an Apothecary A3. She has that on her A2 ability on the 3-turn cooldown as well. The Shamanic Lightning, though, on her A3 is where it really comes together and makes her kit quite unique. Especially in the early game when we get her. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of decreasing the turn meter by 15%, which again is a nice move. Great control here. This is on a 4-turn cooldown when booked, and again, you can get that up to 80% with the Sniper Mastery. Again, a reason why we want to have that on this champion. On the aura, ally speed in all battles by 19%. So, I mean, she's very, very versatile. We're talking arena as a speed booster. You lead in with the A2 ability, and then after that, you come in second turn and you disrupt the meter of the enemies or the turns of the enemies with the Shamanic Lightning on the A3. So she's got that really robust control kit. Of course, this can help you pretty much anywhere, right? Against waves and Doom Tower, against waves and dungeon progression in this game as well. And the speed in all battles by 19% is really going to be the best speed aura for all battles you guys come across for a while as a brand new player in this game. So you'll be able to use her as your aura lead for quite a while as well. And heck, I keep focusing on the early game because that's when you get her in the mid game. But frankly, this is a champion where you can even use in the end game for secret rooms that are epic only as a nice speed lead and a buffer control champion for your team. Let me go ahead and pull her up really quickly here on hellhades.com and see what they have to say about her. So an overall rating of 4 out of 5. I don't want this. No, I don't want it. A 4 out of 5. I agree with that. Really, really solid rating here. In terms of where her key areas of usage is going to be, Clan Boss 3.5, Hydra 3.5, Doom Tower Waves of 4. We mentioned that. Iron Twins 3.5, Ice Golem 4, Dragon 3.5, Fire Knight 3.5. A single hitter on her A1 makes her not perfectly ideal for Fire Knight, but she does have some control as well on that A3 ability and the decreased speed, which we look for Fire Knight. So, I feel like you use her potentially as the one champion on your team without a multi-hitter on the A1, or even pick up Phantom Touch if you specifically want her to be utilized more in Fire Knight, right, for that extra hit on that shield. Spider of 4, hard mode dungeons, not so much. Doom Tower, Scarab King 4.5, Dark Fae certainly can be a great Dark Fae champion at 4.5, excuse me, and Celestial Griffin. So these are all the areas that we're going to be able to use this awesome free champion. In arena roles also is a 4 out of 5. Not too bad. Arena, again, serving as a speed booster. Now, guys, if we want to use her primarily or maybe exclusively inside the arena, we just want to absolutely just prioritize speed, and pretty much that's it, right? So we want to go all out. Black Friday offer. Ooh, that's actually not a bad deal. Dirty pay to win, guilty as charged. I'm going to go for it, but I have to be right back. All right, guys, I think that's the first time we ever bought a pop-up on a recording, but it was a flash offer, and I feel like that was a really good value, so we're going to go for it. Anyway, I digress. If we want to, I'm going to show you the build that I have on her right now. If we want to build her for as an arena booster, we just want to go all-out speed, speed and some accuracy. And we talk about stat priorities on this champion, that's exactly what it's going to be. Speed and accuracy. She's not really a damage dealer at all. We don't care, even though she has the AoE. We're not trying to get crit rate, crit damage. We're not trying to get attack at all on this champion. It's survivability, speed, and accuracy. I don't know how many times I need to say it, right? So HP and defense. Her defense scales really nicely as well, so that's great when building her. I have defense percentage on the gauntlets. I have one speed set and 2 perception sets. I think perception, accuracy, speed, divine speed. I think these are great sets for high Khatun. So I have defense percentage on the gauntlets. I have defense percentage on the chest. No reason we can't go HP percentage on one of these 2 locations as well in terms of gear. I just happen to have good defense, and again, it scales really well. I have speed on the boots. That's going to be a mandatory for pretty much everybody. On the ring, we have HP or defense. I went HP on the ring. I have we don't want crit damage on the amulet. Sorry, I just had an old build on her, and sometimes you scratch your head. What the heck was I thinking there? We don't want crit damage. We don't care about crit damage. We want HP with accuracy, so we'll just go ahead and throw this on her instead. We'll keep it even at level 12. It's fine, but I like going HP on our amulet and our ring in terms of main stat, and then we can scale that defense on the percentage gear on the gauntlets and on the chest. So I think this works out great. HP on the ring, HP on the amulet, and I went accuracy on the banner. So we talked about stat priorities. We talked about different sets on this champion. You know what? I didn't look at her multipliers, but they're not worth looking at. Again, she's not going to be a damage dealer on your team. In terms of blessings, I like commanding presence. She's got that beautiful speed aura that you're probably going to be taking advantage of in a lot of different areas in the game. So why not double down and go for some more HP, some resistance, some speed, depending on the level of awakening you have her on. But strengthen your team's aura, right? That's going to definitely make an impact on that speed aura or whatever aura you're running otherwise. Let's go ahead and pick out our masteries together. Now, I like offense and support on this champion. I like going down and picking up War Master on this champion. Again, we keep talking about no damage, but hey, War Master just deals damage based on the enemy max HP anyway. It's a 60% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. That's going to be 10% of the target champion's max HP or 4% of the target's max HP when attacking bosses. So it's going to work even though she's not obviously a damage dealer. I'm trying to kind of cover the basics in today's video because I figure a lot of people playing after 30 days, newer to the game will be watching this video. So that's why we're describing things that normally we just kind of gloss over. We also want to go on the support tree. We want to pick up accuracy. So pinpoint accuracy, charge focus, and swarm smiter is going to help get that accuracy to where we need it to be. Speaking of where we need it to be, we're generally looking at 10 points to 12 points of accuracy per stage level of a dungeon. So a stage 10 dungeon, we'd be looking at, around 100 to 120 accuracy, and then it just scales up from there. So stage 20, we'd be looking at like 200 to 240 range. The more, the merrier, okay? And it keeps going from there. On Doom Tower Normal, we're looking for around 150 to maybe higher floors, 200 in accuracy. And on Doom Tower Hard, we're looking at 200 to 400 plus accuracy. In the arena, there is no accuracy number that's going to be too high, right? The more, the merrier. All right, we will go with Evil Eye. We're definitely going to go with Lore of Steel because we have 3 basic sets on her. And as I said, we absolutely want to go with Sniper and Master Hexer on this champion. We're also going to go with Rapid Response, increased turn meter whenever a buff is expired, and she has that increased speed. Of course, she has debuffs too, but they are predicated on landing on accuracy. I think it's more consistent to go with Rapid Response. And then we'll go with, Exalted Death to get her a little heal there as well. So let me move out of the way. You guys can see all the masteries that we're going for on this high Khatun build. So guys, let's go ahead and take her into battle really quickly here. I want to go into the arena just to show you, again, if you're building her primarily for the arena, you want her to be super, super fast, right? She's going to be our speed booster, so I'm going to run her alongside an Arbiter, but I think, you know what? Let me just build a realistic team. You're probably not going to have Arbiter when you're using a strategy like this, because you're going to probably be a new player using her in the arena. So we're going to actually run her as our speed lead here, right? And then, I don't know, let's take Trunda out. Let's leave Madame Ceres in. I mean, I need a debuffer, right? Could use a Stagnite or a Deacon Armstrong is great as well. But let's just go ahead and put, I don't know, who do I even have gear on right now? Good gear on, or decent gear on, I should say. Let's go with maybe an Ugo for a debuffer. Actually, we already have a debuffer in Madame Ceres Ash. Let's go for Flyja to be our nuker. Hopefully she has gear on. And then let's go, you can go like another control champion. You can go with another speed booster. Or you can go with, let's go with a Miscreated Monster as a control champion. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat Arbiter's speed here. We have 250 on our turn meter booster. This is why the higher the speed, the better. We do have that commanding presence, but they do go first, so they're going to win. But hopefully, you know, let's try to see if I can find any team that we can beat here. 250 speed in gold 5 and with a naked Arbiter. It's not gonna be enough. Let's go against. How much? Did I say naked Arbiter? I meant Madame Ceres. Madame Ceres, we need to get some speed boots on you, sweetheart. Let's just throw something on you. There we go. All right. Let's go against this team. Maybe a little bit more realistic here. So this is the type of team we're going to run, you know. Oof. So we go in there. We want her to go first, not second, because she's going to turn meter boost everybody else on the squad. So let's go in there, try to land some stuns. We don't. Let's try to kill a couple of them. Oh, boy. All right, we're just not going to be able to set up an arena team, but you guys get the gist, right? Her role is to go first and boost your speed on your team. You can run her alongside Arbiter. We probably would have had better luck had we done that, but, you know, need faster. Need faster, High Khatun. All right, speed, Secret Room 3, we're going to use her again as an Aura lead. I'm just going to go with the first champions that come up here. But she's going to be a great facilitator here. Just kind of keep the engine of this squad running. This is Secret Room 3 and Doom Tower hard here, guys, right? So she's in there. She's going to be decreasing. She's going to go in there. She's going to decrease turn meter of the opponents. Going to increase speed on all our allies. Going to decrease speed on the A1. She's great in faction wars as well. She's going to be just a really, I think that early game players in Raid Shadow Legends, I feel like they really underestimate speed and the power of turn meter control. Very, very powerful abilities here in the game. So High Khatun definitely has you covered in all of those. Now, what happens if you pull like an apothecary, right? You know, is she better than apothecary? It's weird to compare her to a rare. She is different in the same all-in-one, right? Apothecary is a healer and an increased speed and turn meter booster. She's a control and an increased speed and turn meter booster, right? In control with the decreased speed on the A1 and the turn meter. So they can be ran alongside each other. Sure, you don't need 2 increased speeds in most scenarios. It could be nice to have 2 increased speeds, though, because they can kind of not overlap and kind of cover everybody all the time. But you still get the double turn meter boost. I feel like some people pull an apothecary and start playing High Khatun less. Not at all. You can use apothecary when you need the defense aura, and you can use her when you need the speed aura, right? So High Khatun, again, not tons of damage. It's all coming from War Master here, but really able to just be a motor on this team and keep things nice and successful and running smoothly. So Magnar can, you know, dish out all the big boy damage. So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this guide. I could show you her in every dungeon where she's great, but frankly, you know, I think that once you've seen a couple runs, you kind of get the gist here. Thank you for watching. Keep the champion guide requests coming, guys. And as always, take care.